Didgeridoo. Oranges. Baseball bat. Fake owl.
People commented on that we don't have enough shirts. We wear the same ones all the time.
Oh, you and I do?
What? I think I wore this one like episode 3. So fuck! Like, what do you... I only have so many shirts.
I do need to order some new shirts. I feel that I wear almost only our podcast shirts because I'm like, oh, that's a cool design. Might as well get it.
Right, and you're proud of them.
Sure.
And you feel good. I feel sexy in my Steve Gadlin Star Maker shirt. Like, I don't know. I gotta... oh, shit. Fuck.
I do need to get, usually in the past though, like pre-COVID,
right?
You know, sometime on the road, I'd be like, oh, okay, I should probably go get some new stuff or find a cool store and then like kind of redo the wardrobe. And I just haven't done that in like a year now.
I mean,
so I've just been
everyone
sitting on the same
Everyone
stuff.
has their favorite shirts. I wear the same pants for like 3 weeks in a row. Because pants never get dirty.
And pants, there's something about jeans that when you find like a good pair of jeans and then like the longer you wear them until they just start to like literally unravel, they're so comfortable.
And the longer you wear them, the better your ass looks.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. All right, Joe Paisley.
Dan Cummins.
Welcome to Is We Dumb? New episodes of Is We Dumb every Wednesday at high noon Pacific time. And we'll just try to be less stupid when the episode wraps up. And you should try that too. If you're not trying, if we're the only ones trying.
Right, that's sad.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly.
Because how are we going to be better? Like if we're out there in the world just being like, oh, we're not as dumb as we used to be. And everyone else is like, I don't know. I'm still pretty dumb. I'm not learning. What's the point?
If we all try and get a little better, the world would be so much more fun.
Exactly. Follow us on our socials, Facebook and Instagram at Is We Dumb. We have our private Facebook group with thousands of dummies. Is We Dummies. Just go there and search for Is We Dummies.
Yes.
And, oh my God, is it fun in there.
I love it.
Everywhere else that you don't think it's acceptable on the internet, it's acceptable there.
Perfect. I gotta peek around in there.
Yeah.
I've been so in a content hole, not in a bad way, but I'm just been so in like the mode of I don't do well bouncing around to a lot of different things. Like if I focus on like, okay, just write a bunch of stuff, then I can stay in that. But then I'll stay in it for so long. I'm like, oh yeah, it's been 3 months.
But if you did,
I gotta peek out and check out what's going on.
But I would like to say that I appreciate that you do that. Because if you didn't, I wouldn't have a job.
Well, true.
So
I do need to stay doing that to keep the machine going.
Right. So if you don't do that, it's just gonna get real bad for a lot of us. So thank you.
But it gets surreal for me, where it's like I'm so lucky we have all these shows and these like Facebook groups that are going. But I'll get in my own little like hole of like whatever I'm researching for a few shows that week. One Star Heroes, like whatever I'm kind of prepping, and then I'll just have a moment like, oh yeah, there's all these other things out there.
Oh my gosh!
And then I'll peek in there like, oh man, this is so fun. Look at all this fun being had.
Look at you guys. Like
memes.
Happy claps. You guys are having fun. If you have something you want to hear on the show, segment content, you can email that in to dumb@iswedumb.com. Any general questions, info@iswedumb.com. And the videos that we watch, which today we don't have any videos.
No videos.
If it's just something that we think you need to see, you'll find that link in the episode description. And you can buy our merch at badmagicmerch.com or iswedumb.com. And if you have any merch-related questions, where's my shit? Is pretty much what I think you'd probably be sending there.
Yeah. Perfect.
Is there any other? I mean, besides like, Logan, suck my dick. But outside of that, like, where's my shit? That's got to be pretty much.
I don't think there's a lot of other merch questions. Where's my shit? Or I got the wrong shit. How do I get the right shit? There's never like, I appreciate my shit.
I got exactly what I wanted. Thank you.
That's about my cousin years ago worked for Delta's Skylines. Skyline, I think, whatever the customer service number is called. And it burned her out so fast because no one ever calls that. Be like, hey, I'm in a great mood.
I made it to where I was going, and it's out of my luggage.
Hey, everything worked out.
We had a beautiful trip. Here's some pictures.
I mean, there was the occasional, I think, person who would call to make reservations. But even though this was a number of years ago,
and they were calling the wrong number.
Right. Oh no, I wanted to yell at somebody. But like even back then, like most people making the reservations would just do so online.
Right.
Like they weren't calling very often to make reservations. It was 90% fury. Right. And then just those bursts of like, let's say like there's a huge snowstorm in Denver or Minneapolis and like, 4,500 flights have to be rerouted.
and they're just bored. And they're just like, I'm gonna call Skyline.
Oh, people are stuck in airports and stuff. So then you just get this. I can't imagine those days where it would be like 2 days. The second you're done with one furious call where someone's like, "You fucking idiot, just get me to my fucking house." Immediately, the next person's, "Hey, you fucking piece of shit,
Get me to my fucking house.
all day long."
I picture them like old school style. They have a switchboard. Like they're an old operator where you have to like switch stuff.
Right.
But they have a switchboard of like 100 things that are all just lit up.
Right.
They're just so depressed. All right. Caller 16. What the fuck? Supposed to be with my fucking family. I understand.
Yes.
Line 7. You piece of shit.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
I have learned just thinking about that as I've gotten a little older. Now when things are a shit show, even if I'm like, God dang it, I try to like really double down.
Gosh dang.
Gosh dang. On making it like such an effort to be super nice.
Yeah.
Because it throws them. Like after they've been yelled at by 27 people in a row, if the next person's like, "Hey, how's it going?" "Oh man, you must be having a terrible day. I'm so sorry."
And then you yell at them.
Right. Let their guard down before you hit them. And they're like, "I know, right? Yeah, well, I mean, it's got to be tough when you're just such a fucking idiot. If you weren't such a piece of shit, working for such a piece of shit airlines, and you had a better fucking career, none of this would be happening. You fucking pile of, like."
Right. Isn't this crazy? Like people just call up, like none of this is within your control and there's
Right.
something you can do.
Right.
Oh my God, thank you so much for understanding. I understand a lot more if you could find my fucking luggage.
Right. They just break and just start crying.
We're going to have to recode all of our links to store at badmagicproductions.com.
Yeah.
You just open up with like, where's my shit? I got the wrong shit. You can choose what it is or just click send right away.
Just have
That's all you're going to say. Today we're doing Who the What Fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, just looking at random shit that doesn't exactly fit in any of the other segments that we have. Are you ready to get our brains warmed up?
I am. I'm ready to get it going.
Okay, this is the very super most important starting question.
I'm excited.
It's so important.
Let's get this very important question out of the way.
Okay. The very super most important starting question. This was sent in by Dummy Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew, I think. We'll see.
This one is tough. It involves pain.
Pain. We haven't really had a pain one in a while, I don't think. Embarrassing has been what we've been focused on.
A lot of like, hey, would you?
Right.
This story for different time. Like, hey, we like people were before we get to the question.
Yeah.
In the group, people were commenting like, hey, can we get like some different like would you rather's in the group? Like everyone's like, would you fuck your brother in front of your mom? Would you fuck your sister in front of your dad? And everyone's like, I don't know. Like, and then I chimed in. I was like, are you asking like would I fuck my brother in the woods? like, and I just added more details.
Yeah.
They're trying to make him happier.
That's, oh my God.
Anyway, would you rather have it feel like you stubbed your toe with every step you take, or get punched in the face after opening any door?
Oh my God.
That's like your house door, a cabinet, fridge.
Punched in the face.
Yeah. The velocity of the
Damn
punch, I
it.
feel like, has to be survivable. It's not Mike Tyson
Yeah.
when you're going to get a hard-boiled egg, because that would be
Right,
hard
then
out.
You'd just be dead soon. You just wouldn't live very long.
Can you imagine though?
Your brain would be mush. You'd have so many. You'd have an equal number of concussions each day to how many doors you opened. Like you would not. Your brain wouldn't last.
There'd be a strict rule in your house.
Right.
Don't close the door.
Do not.
Don't close the
Oh
like
my
you have
God.
to go to the bathroom with the shit really bad. You're like, oh no, like the door's already shut. You're like, shit. You go in there and just get blasted like Mike Tyson.
I am just picturing a
Shit
house
on the floor. Like there's
everything's open. Toilet bowl's always open. Front door's open. Every cupboard door's open. Every door in every like room is open.
Your house is robbed. Your cars are gone.
Yep, but you at least aren't getting punched in the face. You just wouldn't have anything of value. You just have to have like very little of value. Have all your money, on your account that you can access through your phone. Man, I'm trying to think where you work.
Let's just get Mike Tyson out.
Okay.
So it's not going to be a concussion-inducing punch.
No, but it's going to be hard enough.
It's going to be like a pop.
It's more than annoying. It's hard enough to like really infuriates you.
Like if you let like Kyler, he's a bitch. He can punch.
He can punch.
Can't punch that hard.
Oh,
Like,
man, he's
but he
getting
can
on the
sock
edge.
you hard enough.
Yes,
that
true.
it's going to hurt.
True.
But you're still going to be able to move on with your day.
Right. So if my son,
And if Kyler's listening right now, I don't think you're a bitch. Please don't punch me. He's a great kid.
he's a
I
good
love
kid.
him.
He's a good kid. He's big.
But it's just funny to call your kid a bitch for a second.
I agree.
Okay.
He's big. He's big, but he's not a fighter.
He's a really strong string bean.
He's a strong string bean. He's like 6. Oh, we just measured him. He's like over 6 feet tall now.
I'm getting these
like,
jabs in before he kicks the shit out of me.
But he's not. Yeah, he's still not coordinated. It would hurt.
It would hurt,
but it wouldn't knock you out.
Nope. And you'd still be able to eat.
It suck though. Every time you open a door.
So tired. You were just talking about like writing all day long.
Right, and then you just want to snack.
Huge day at the office.
Yeah.
Hold on, because that just got worse. Because you leave the office, he's gonna punch you in the face.
God.
And then you go to get in your car door, get punched in the face.
Mm-hmm.
So
never
mind.
So many punches in
in
the
my
face.
brain. It was you at least made it home. Then you opened your door and you got punched. And there was one punch.
How often do you just shit your pants because you just don't feel like going to the bathroom and getting punched in the face?
You'd have a meltdown.
2 punches. If the stall door's closed, you're like, fuck. Or you just go out.
I never thought about that.
Or you just drop trout. You just shit on the floor. You're just like, what? People are like, what are you doing?
Right.
I don't want to get punched in my face.
Right outside the stall, and you just like you shoo it in. You scoot it under the stall.
You just throw it up and over the door and listen for the splash. You get really good at just like tossing it up.
Kobe.
Kobe.
Or Jordan.
Whoever. Oh. And then the stub your toe thing. I mean, stubbing your toe.
When's the last time you've really done it? Because I have recently done it.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of how bad it sucks.
I've done it in the last few months. That whole getting up to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
And just clipping it
on the
corner.
Was it the fucking bed frame? Is that what that's what I got mine on.
I've done that probably in the last 6 months. That is terrible. Where we were at my mom's. That's all where it gets me. It's like when you go to a different place,
different layout,
getting up in the middle of the morning, or middle of the night, have to go to the bathroom, and then that is the worst when you just haven't properly figured out the space, and you just catch either big toe or little toe on the corner. God damn, that hurts.
What an amazing thing the brain does. Little pause for a second.
Yeah.
Laying out that space. Like I know exactly how far it is to get past my bed. I know how many walks it is in the dark to get to my door.
Yep.
That's weird. Anyway, how come burglars don't stub their toes all the time?
I know you meant steps, but I do that all the time.
Say?
You said how many walks does it take to get to the door? I gotta take like 7 walks.
Oh my god!
Have you been to my fucking bedroom?
I'm foggy. It's 3 a.m. I got so many walks.
Do you not understand how big my bedroom is? It takes 7 walks just to make it to the fucking goddamn door.
I have a bunch of love seats.
I walk once. I take a break. I go a little further. I just picture this Odyssey where it's like your bedroom is 3 square miles.
It is.
That was a great visual for a second where you're just like, fuck.
Tiny little bed in the corner.
I mean, we got a great deal in this house. And so many square feet, but it's just so goddamn big.
God, it's weird. There's only one bathroom upstairs. And it's a fucking 5-mile house.
Who designed this house where the closest bathroom is 3.5 miles away? This is crazy.
Gosh, how am I supposed to ever, the walls are a little bare. Oh, I'm trying.
We have 280 paintings already.
They only make mirrors so big. We're trying.
Just picture what an insane life experience that would be if you lived in a house that was like 3 times as big as a giant indoor mall.
Dude, this would be terrible.
It sounded cool at first.
You would go to the bathroom to weigh yourself and come back 20 pounds lighter.
Right. The heating bill last month was $275,000. Right. And it's June. In the winter, it's fucking 7 figures.
You go to the bathroom, you kiss your wife goodbye, like you're just going on vacation. Right. Like you have a travel bag and you roll your little suitcase down the hallway. All your little toiletries and shit. Right. Hey babe, shit. I have bad news. What? I have to go to the bathroom.
Right.
I'll see you in June.
This trek. Okay, so stubbing your toe every step.
Yeah,
man.
That's every step. So way more frequently.
So yeah,
pretty painful every step. But would your body just get used to that sort of pain?
And you could avoid this, but it would suck just by going to a wheelchair,
or a Segway.
Right? But then every time you get on or off that, I think wheelchair. Because then if you get off it to go to the bathroom, we're back to the pain again. You got to stub your toe. Yeah. So it's almost like you got to get a wheelchair.
You're not getting punched in the face.
You have to you're not getting punched in the face. You got to get a wheelchair toilet combo, where you just never get up. Like maybe you get up to stretch. God dang it, you can't exercise.
No. Can you imagine playing basketball?
You have bed sores. Oh, playing you can't play basketball. Imagine, ow. Imagine trying to run one route in flag football.
Coach,
You fucking overthrew me.
I will gladly sit on the bench. I will gladly sit on the bench.
Do you have any idea how much I went through to get open?
Right. You have no idea how many painkillers I took to run a post flag.
Maybe just swim a lot, because like that could be your exercise. You wheelchair over to the pool, have somebody dump you into the pool, and
hope that, like,
you
water-
crawl back up into the wheelchair.
Like Waterworld is your future.
You want to live. You want
Wheelchair on the ship and just swim around. You're a fish.
You want to move. You want to somehow live inside. Which hotel is that in Vegas that has like the Venice
Mirage.
canals?
Damn it.
You want to live inside the Mirage?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
I tried.
It's one of them.
They have like Venice things in Vegas?
Yeah.
God damn,
Maybe
which
in
place?
Caesars. I can't. There's too many hotels down there.
Caesars has like Bellagio. Oh, fuck
Maybe it's
me.
the Bellagio.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
There. You have to live there.
You have to live wherever
You
this
have to
place
be
is.
part of the water show.
You have to be part of the water show.
You just all you do is fix the spigots when they break.
You have to live in a special house full of lazy rivers. That's pretty
Dude,
sweet.
That is the dream.
You just lazy river and tube it, and then you can just like tube on the lazy river, have your laptop, and you do your work on the lazy river.
Yes. Float up bar.
Float up bar. You have
that-
some kind of floating toilet possibility. Floating toilet.
You're already in a toilet. It's a lazy river.
But the chlorine can't digest turds.
Well, it's only you.
But what if you
That's a lot of shit.
What if
you
you-
can shit like 100,000 times before it's a problem?
if you're super wealthy,
Yeah.
you have a special little floaty toilet, and then you swim up, get on the floaty, use the bathroom, and then, there's a little toilet paper thing on there, whatever, do your business, put that, and then you jump back into the water so it doesn't dirty the water. Your whole life, you're a fucking prune.
And you'd have friends.
No, you're not a prune. Because then you can you army crawl out of the water to dry off from time to time. Like a weird lizard type thing. I don't even.
You're a frog tadpole thing.
You're a frog tadpole thing that doesn't want to be too wet.
But a man. You're smart enough
But you're
to
a man.
know.
You're a mermaid. You're a merman.
There it is.
You're a merman.
Holy shit.
And you merman your way out of the lazy river, dry off, get deep pruned, and then you have to push yourself, slide back into the water.
I can live this life.
Right?
I think I can do this. Better
Right.
than getting punched in the face every time I open something.
I think
Being tired and going for a snack and just getting clocked.
punched.
That's bad. Do you want to punch me? I feel like I haven't gotten out. That was a soft punch and that hurt.
I know. Yeah, that hurts. Just like those little. It doesn't feel
But,
good. And then if you do it to your. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. No. That doesn't. I can take off my glasses. That's what I'm doing there.
Can I come in and help?
You want to come in?
I
and
just want to see just a
punch me for all the
decent, just a
times I scream
decent
at you?
slap to my face.
Yeah.
Just a. Yeah, that does not feel good. That is not. That's not pleasant.
So we're going toes.
And that was light.
That was light. Like you don't get to choose how hard you're getting fucking punched.
I think toes.
Toes.
They both really suck.
They do.
They
It's
both
a pain.
really
it's a pain
suck.
Game. It's a pain game. But I'd much rather be able to have like an army crawl around and float around. An option. But you're not going to avoid doors ever. You can't just
Right.
be out.
Yeah, you got to like.
Going to the store with a shopping list. Just some guy cold cocks you in the face.
You know what? If you were rich, you know what you could do?
What?
You have somebody else. You'd have to have a personal attendant
Open the door.
all the doors for you. That was the loophole.
Damn it.
We
Okay.
already rang the bell though.
Okay.
We made our choice.
We can.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, that was it. Thank you
Okay,
very much,
okay.
Matthew. That was
a tough one.
God, that was hard. And you somehow, without even asking, got us both to slap ourselves in the face, which I
True.
don't like. That's on us. But we did go there.
Yeah, and it would be fist.
Dude, it'd be a punch.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to move
Yeah.
on before Dan knocks himself out.
And that's a light. That doesn't feel good. Oh, that would suck.
Please stop punching yourself. You're scaring me.
I blurred my glasses because I slapped my glasses in my face earlier. I'll leave them off.
You fix them. We're going to go to Is We Dumb? Let's roll it. Okay. So this, I feel so dumb because I remind my kids about this very situation
Oh, okay.
every single time we go outside. So right now in the Pacific Northwest, it's not warm, it's cold.
Right.
So
pretty
remote
cool.
start, or what did I say?
Remote.
Remote start.
And remote start.
Yeah, is very important.
Yes.
Or it's not. I mean, you can get by without it, but god damn it,
So
why
nice.
would you? It's so nice.
I just found out about app start. So some cars can be started through an app. so they can be even farther away from the car.
Oh, mine kind of sucks. Maybe I should.
I don't have that. But, yeah, it sounds awesome.
But it sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds great.
So good for you, whoever has it.
Right.
Wow, what a life.
I just found out that was a thing this past weekend. Yeah.
So when we are leaving the house, I always remote start my car.
Yeah.
And my garage is not spacious. It barely fits. Like it's a Jenga puzzle every time I pull in.
Right.
You've got an inch on each side.
Oh, boy.
It's an old ass garage, and you have to line it up perfectly, and you go in.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of space for air or whatever. So anyway, we remote start this, and every time I go outside with the kids, I remind them that you can't just go into the garage and just start getting in the car without opening the garage door first to make sure you let the air circulate in there and get the carbon dioxide out. So you don't, die.
Right.
Or get sick.
Right.
Or whatever it is. But I always remind them, they'll go in there and you open the first door and you can, like you can smell it if you try.
Yeah.
And then you open the door, you give it 30 seconds, going to air out, then everything's fine.
Yeah.
So what I decided I was going to do was be distracted on my telephone at this exact moment. So my kids were not getting in the car with me this morning. I had remote started my car. I opened the garage. I remember smelling. I was like, oh, it's very pungent. Don't care. And I just walked inside because I was on my phone.
Yep.
And I was getting back to some texts that I had gotten in the morning.
Okay.
And instead of waiting outside my garage, I shit you not, I walked into the garage and stood there and just started, that's crazy. You're getting all the work done. That's fine. Oh my God, Dan, you're working on all those scripts. That's so great. Thank you for letting me have my job or something like that.
Sure.
I remember like just standing there and it was going back and forth and I started like coughing a little bit and I started getting dizzy. I know that's
scary.
Not a surprise if you know about my fucking basement studio remodel where I made myself hallucinate by not ventilating the space that I was, adding the spackle to.
That's not crazy that you got dizzy now.
Like,
and that's bad.
I just got like short of breath. Like, and I didn't even notice it was happening, but I just stood in there and didn't realize what I was doing. And I was like, oh my God, you fucking idiot. This is a well-known way to die.
Right.
Like people do this when they like want to die.
Yeah, no, that is a method of suicide that has been around for a while where people will in an unventilated space, let the exhaust run, and then you will asphyxiate.
Exactly. And I just stood in there
and you started to
I started
get
my day
lightheaded.
that way.
Jeez.
I just stood, I was like, that's
scary.
I know, very scary. I just popped out and I was like, what are you doing? Because every single time I tell my kids not to do the exact thing. And then now that my kids aren't with me, I'm going to act like a fucking idiot.
I picture this is dark.
Okay.
But I picture you die like that way. and then the police are just talking to your family and and Aaron's worried. It's like, oh my God, I didn't see the signs. Like, did you think he took his own life? And then the officer's like, no, ma'am, it's actually a lot worse than that. He died from being fucking stupid. He stupided himself to death.
It's classic. Me and my buddies were laughing about it. Turns out he's a fucking idiot.
Turns out, we actually wrote. I'll show you the paperwork.
Look at this.
Turns out, cause of death, stupid. He dumbed himself to death.
Dumb idiot. It's like across the official death certificate, and they're all laughing and shit.
Oh my God! I just picture again. This is very dark, but it just being absurd.
Okay.
But I just picture Aaron has to talk to your kids. Hess was upset. Mom, why
the police say?
Mom, why isn't Daddy with us? Because he's stupid.
You knew that.
You knew that. You knew that.
Why'd you let him go out into the garage by himself?
Mom, why were you watching him? You knew he was stupid.
He's been stupid the whole time.
You knew it when you married him. Why would you let him be by himself in the garage?
You let him start the car remotely.
This whole weird after school movie vibe of the kids growing up. They have so much hatred for Aaron because they blame her for your death.
Every
you
time.
knew he was dumb the whole time, and you never kept an eye on him.
You never helped him.
You never helped him.
The rest of their life, they're walking by running cars, just like. You could have done something.
Oh my God!
If it wasn't this, it would have been something else. But it was this.
Right.
It was this, Aaron. You're not my mom.
I picture her trying to defend herself, and she's like, "But I did try. The day before, I took a bag off his head. I told him not to put his head in the grocery bags. Just this long. The day before that, I caught him way up in the tree again. I told him not to climb that high. We had the fire department come over. I couldn't be there every second of his life.
He was climbing a 15-foot roof on an 8-foot ladder.
He was trying to make toast in the bathtub the day before that. It was one thing after another.
He thought the toaster was a bath bomb, and I was trying to stop him.
The week before, I caught him eating markers. He'd eaten 17 of them before I made it to him. He almost poisoned himself that day. Like, it's just like the most ridiculous shit.
So anyway, I felt real dumb when that happened. I remember stepping out and being like, "You're dumb," and I still finished my text, opened my garage door, and then just got in my vehicle.
Oh boy, that gas stuff is so scary.
It is.
Where that one, you knew what the source was, but we had neighbors across the street from us a couple years ago. The one died from a gas leak.
That's right. I remember hearing about that.
Right.
Sad.
So
super
sad. And I will say, we got gas detectors. I want to say like the next week.
Yeah.
And we should have had them before. So if you don't have them now,
right,
get those gas detectors.
Yeah.
What carbon? I can't remember if it's carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. Is it dioxide?
Dioxide, I believe.
Okay, whichever one.
Zach's smart. Zach?
Monoxide.
Fuck!
Okay.
What did we say?
You were saying dioxide.
I didn't say that. I said monoxide.
I also want to look out for radon.
Radon.
Yeah, radon's another.
So because I remember
killer?
when we were moving in, luckily, like our realtor said, like, "Hey, that furnace is super fucking old.
Yeah,
it's gas powered. Get a detector."
Oh, okay.
And we're like, okay. And so it's been down there ever since. I check it. It still hasn't expired yet. We check it, whenever periodically to make sure it still beeps. But it's like from the 70s.
Yeah.
So at any point, it could just stop doing what it's supposed to do and just kill our family. That's fun.
Sweet.
Woo! Woo! Old stuff.
Well, good job not dying. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, I am too. Let's look at weird stuff.
Let's do it.
Who the what fuck? This is going to be fun today. What the fuck is going on? So this is airport stuff.
Perfect.
What are you laughing at in your head?
I'm just picturing so many scenarios of Erin saving your life, like in front of your family, like for all the things she was trying. I just picture you like going out to eat and you just shove all the food in your mouth as fast as you can. And she's like, God damn it. And she's
slap my hand.
She's so used to Heimlicking you that she doesn't even address it. She's just like, Ezra, sit down, just finish your food. And she's pumping your stomach and then talking to Pepper. Hey, don't put your brother. And then you're just shooting out food and then she just stands there for a second, lets you put it back in your mouth. You gotta do it again.
She brings an extra plate to catch all the stuff she's gonna shoot out. Just like not waste food and like give it to somebody else. This is your dinner. Makes me eat it as consequence.
So prepared for so many things.
Scaring the family.
You're out on a hike. She has you on one of those kid leashes. She has you in the teddy bear backpack leash. And then like you're constantly running for the cliffs and she's like pulling you back. Joe, stop running towards the cliffs. But I want to see what's down there.
What if you had like Officer Sprinty on the fucking on the leash?
You're Officer Sprinty.
Well, you're Joe or whatever. Detective Moonwalkie.
Right.
He's the responsible one.
Right.
But he's moonwalking.
Erin's Detective Moonwalkie, and she has to moonwalk back the trail to keep your sprinting ass from like throwing yourself off of various cliffs.
Come on, back over here, Joey. Little dirt, like shoe noises. Right. Like super steep climb.
Right.
Okay.
Too fun.
So our first story for the who the what fuck headline says 4 men get mouth ulcers from eating 30 kilogram oranges at airport to avoid paying extra baggage fee.
Mouth? What?
Yeah, it's a bunch. It's a bunch.
That's a lot of oranges. How?
It is. So in a bizarre incident, 4 men paid a heavy price after they resorted to some drastic steps to reduce their extra baggage fee in an airport. In an incident that is now going viral, 4 men got mouth ulcers after they decided to eat 30 kilograms of oranges, which is about 60 pounds, by the way, at an airport to avoid paying for the extra baggage fee. So the incident occurred at the airport in Kunming, southwest China's Yunnan province. The 4 travelers in question ate the oranges inside the airport itself within about 30 minutes.
That's so many oranges.
It's so many. So this is back on January 20th. Report by Global Times. A man surnamed Wang and his 3 colleagues bought a box of oranges weighing 30 kilograms, worth about 50 yuan, during their business trip to Kunming. Now, during their purchase, they did not realize that the airlines would ask them to shell out extra money as shipping charges for the oranges. As they prepared to board the plane back home, the airport said it was going to charge them 10 yuan for each kilogram and shipping fees for oranges totaling 300 yen, or 300 yuan.
Zach, how do you say that monetary amount?
Yuan.
Is it yuan?
Yeah.
Yuan?
Yuan.
Maybe it's yuan.
It's yuan.
I think it's
never
yuan,
even heard of that.
Yuan.
Chinese money, yeah.
Which I believe was about $45, if I remember correctly. So
Crazy.
like an extra baggage altogether, or an extra piece of like, whatever, your travel costs, whatever it may be. So they ate it. And it goes on to saying that they were not willing to pay the extra fee, which is more than the price of their purchase. So the 4 colleagues reached a consensus to eat the fruits there and then. It took them under 30 minutes to finish the box. We just stood there and ate the whole thing up.
That's so dumb.
So it took about 20-30 minutes, Wang told Global Times. While it may seem as a daring feat, the 4 men suffered from mouth ulcers after eating so many citrus fruits in one go. Post the ordeal, they were rightly left feeling they never wanted to eat oranges ever again.
Oh, that sounds so painful.
Oh, it sounds terrible. It was, when I said $45, I think it was $46.
Huh? That's
which is what
just
they
throw 'em
avoided
away.
by. That's so many oranges.
That's so many oranges.
Why?
I just picture.
There's dumb things. I mean, we have read stories, which I'm not sure was on this show, but we've talked about people that have gotten, like they were traveling and they had a gigantic thing of alcohol. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm saying this, I believe it was Secret Suck, which is the like the podcast or the Patreon version,
for Time
subscription
Suck.
only of Time Suck.
We don't talk about that.
Shun! Where the guy was flying overseas and he was going country to country and he had a bottle, like a really expensive bottle of alcohol.
Oh, yes.
And they're like, you can't bring this in. So he drank the whole thing and then got so drunk he missed his flight and they kicked him out of the airport.
Right.
Like,
yes.
stuff like that. We're like, God damn it. Like, what are you supposed to do?
But oranges.
What about throw them the fuck away?
Or like, okay, like throw them all and then have like one orange. If you really wanted an orange, why do you have to eat all of them?
It didn't say in here, like, why. Why?
Why?
Like, just get rid of them.
Can't you OD on oranges?
Vitamin C overdose.
I don't
They're just going
know.
to pee a whole bunch.
I don't know.
I just keep picturing that mouth ulcer thing because I get basically a type of mouth ulcer. I get like I'm sensitive to like canker sores, and they're so painful.
Oh, they suck.
If you get them too sometimes.
Yeah.
If I eat food that's too acidic, and I get
them too as salty. Like if it's too salty, I'll get them
salty.
as well.
Because I get it. I'm very sensitive to like I hardly ever have, or I've loved fresh squeezed orange juice, but hardly ever have it because it'll give me these little tiny ulcers, and they're so painful, and they last for like a week.
Yeah.
And just a mouthful of those. If I ate that many, what my share would be over 15 pounds. Because I think what was it? 30 kilograms?
Yeah, it was. So
that's about
it was
60
66 pounds.
Jesus.
And again, I'm not sure what my numbers were before. I didn't have my cheat sheet in front of me. Now I do.
Oh, okay.
I think 66 pounds is how many oranges they ate.
Right around,
That's
so you over 15 pounds.
When you
is
get
what
a
you're
test to like see if you're physically fit to do a job, that's 50 pounds. So 66 pounds of oranges. That's a lot.
So much.
It's
That's
like a
so much
bag and a half of
citrus.
concrete. Just oranges in your belly.
Yeah, and so for each person, there's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Each person taking in quickly in a half an hour. About 15 pounds, over 15 pounds of oranges. That's gonna fuck up your stomach. And I just think about like who hasn't heard that you're not supposed to eat too much fruit. I knew that as a little kid. Where if you eat too much fruit and it just gives you horrible diarrhea as well.
Yeah.
Like it's just so much sugar hitting your system at once.
Right.
That fucked him up.
That's a lot.
What if after that though? What if once the mouth ulcers went away, they literally never got sick again? Like they had they had like such a weird super boost of vitamin C that they are healthy for the rest of their lives.
They were doing like, we had like Dr. Fauci and all these like CDC people were like, okay, COVID-19 affecting everybody except for
these 4 guys.
A list of 4 dudes who have just, I've eaten so much vitamin C, they're immune to everything.
What if that's how you could get past COVID-19? Like where you forget the vaccine, forget worrying about getting it, but you have to power down
15 pounds
of oranges in 30 minutes. And then once you get through the horror of the aftermath of that, then you can't get
anything
infected by a virus again.
HPV, gone.
Oh my God. No STDs.
Syphilis, gone.
What if that was some crazy hack?
You ever gotten tested? No. So why?
Why? Because I eat so many fucking oranges.
You have no idea.
Oh my God.
Look at this. Like a fucking trash can full of orange peels. I am immune.
I got a vasectomy. I got 300 pounds of oranges, and anyone who wants to sit on this dick can sit on this dick.
Carefree!
Raw dog for life!
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Call me Raw Dog Jenny.
Raw dog Jenny! Man.
So I just thought that was a neat story.
That is a neat story.
This next one was sent in by Dummy Matt. No. I just haven't pushed that in a long time.
Calliope, I haven't heard that in forever.
Let's go back
That's
to
such a fun one.
This story is funny.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So, did I say Dummy Matt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so gay porn film accused of racism after actors have sex with Didgeridoo. What the fuck?
Crocky.
What?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a little gif at the beginning that says, I'm going to didgeridoo you in the ass.
And that's racist?
Okay, so here's...
Because they used a didgeridoo on each other?
I'll explain. So, a hardcore porn film has been accused of racism after actors had sex with a didgeridoo.
This is the dumbest shit
A
ever.
ceremonial tribal symbol for the Aboriginal culture.
Yeah,
so the
Aboriginal,
gay
yeah.
porn movie Didgeridoo Me features
pretty
two
good title.
roommates using the instrument as a sex toy on each other. After the film's release, viewers complained the porn had crossed the line. Which, what the fuck? Where is that line?
Right.
When it comes to porn. Didgeridoo is the Western name for the traditional instrument that is used by the Aboriginal community in Australia. So, starring Aspen, the Blue movie shows his roommate Jack Hunter playing a plastic version of the instrument. Aspen then breaks it before penetrating his co-star with it. Sorry, my glasses are on the way. But basically, they went to Twitter and they said some funny remarks about whether or not it was bad. It says porn fanatics took to Twitter to blast the decision to use the didgeridoo in Didgeridoo Me, which if they didn't use it, the title wouldn't have made sense.
Right.
So I get it.
It's a great title.
Which features lines such as, I'm going to didgeridoo you in the ass.
It's perfect.
Didgeridoo do not do.
Yeah, didgeridoo
Didgeridoo don't?
Didgeridoo don't. Just don't.
Just didgeridoo, bro, just don't.
Dude.
Just stop.
Just didgeridoo don't.
Just didgeridoo don't.
So I had one growing up. Did you ever have didgeridoo?
No.
With
Well,
the circular breathing? I was
I've
terrible
seen
at it.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It's an interesting instrument for sure.
We have a didgeridoo in our band.
You do?
Yeah.
James.
James is a great player.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, James.
I think here's the thing. My opinion on this type of thing in general is this instrument has a special place in this culture.
It does.
So what? So no one should anyone else even get to play it. Then it's just a weird thing where it's like, okay, then you in your culture, then you treat it how you want to treat it.
Right.
But if somebody else, I just can't relate because there's no object to me that is that sacred where I could get. Pun intended. That butt hurt. Hey, about it. Ooh. No, but they're just nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you could take something that meant a lot. I'm trying to even think of a remote equivalent.
What about Jesus?
But
There's a lot of
religious.
porns of like Jesus fucking nuns and stuff.
Right, and it upsets some people. But here's the thing
How
about
would
that
I know?
too.
I have no idea.
That's only going to upset people who aren't part of that. Their audience.
They care
anyway.
about that.
Right. It's like no. What a weird thing to watch that and be upset about it. I don't know.
Picture
I
like
don't know. I just don't care about any of that shit. I don't get outraged about that
like
stuff.
a pastor or a priest, like bringing that, trying to figure out a way to bring that up.
Right.
I saw this porn. Never mind. A friend of mine.
Right. A friend of mine told me.
One of the altar boys. Hey.
I just hate outrage culture so much. Where it'd be one thing if they were like blackface,
Right.
making themselves look like Aboriginal, and then mocking it on top. It's like okay, that you're blatantly trying to be
Right.
offensive, but you're just using an instrument that plenty of musicians use who have nothing to do with the Aboriginal culture.
Dude, acid guy
Get the fuck
on
outta
Too Many
here.
Shrooms in Santa Cruz is playing one.
Right.
Go
Exactly.
yell at him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not getting it. But if you're getting mad about
it's
it,
just, people are just too
there's so
sensitive
many
with this,
things in
I
porn
think.
that
Yeah.
are being taken like way too far. I guess that's what they do.
Right. That's what it's for.
Which it did make me think of other porn parodies that exist.
Okay.
And I found a quick list here, and I just want to bring up ones that I maybe didn't know exist. And there's one out here called Sponge Knob Square Nuts.
Sponge Knob Square Nuts.
Here you go.
Oh my god.
So there you go.
And you know that even on this, just to go with the outrage thing, there's people offended by this for sure.
How would I know that actress was Skin Diamond? How would I know that? What are the chances?
But there are people like, well, you should never take a children's show. There's going to be people mad about all this stuff.
Sure, but look at this.
Oh, what's the other ones?
This Nightmare.
Oh my
Look
god.
at this. Look at that. Who would?
To have sex with someone
How are
in
you
that
gonna touch your
costume?
wang to that sponge square nuts?
I can
That's
do it.
terrifying.
Dude, yeah, is that a challenge?
I can do it.
I can do it. I've done it before. Fap to the future.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fap to the future. Yeah, you bet. Nice.
You bet your ass I would. Tugrats.
Oh my god, Tugrats. That's kind of creepy.
Got Dick and Morty instead of Rick and Morty.
Pickle Dick.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hellraiser instead of Hellraiser. Get ready for Cockraiser.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hell. What's his name? Pinhead. And he's instead of Pinhead, he's got a bunch of dicks out of his
Dicks. That makes sense. All right. That plays. That tracks.
It's so fun to me. Power Rangers.
Oh
my god.
I'll be right back.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Strokey-mon?
Oh, Strokey-mon. Okay. I mean, cosplay for all this stuff is pretty risque.
I know. So it just goes on and on. But it's super funny. Ghostbusters, unfortunately, they've done all that. There's your Scooby-Doo parody.
I just don't understand. I just don't.
Gay of Thrones. Get out of here. But there's also Game of Bones.
Game of Bones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good.
But I just thought that was super funny.
That is super funny.
Ass Venture Time instead of Adventure Time.
Adventure Time?
I have not seen enough of these.
God, there's like Beetlejuice? Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before XXXmas.
You get it.
Yep.
I'd watch it. This one's so good. Like the Ninja Turtles one.
Oh, yeah. Master Sphincter instead of Master Splinter.
Some good production values there. Looks like.
Look at that.
Jurassic Park porn parody.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at these Ninja Turtle costumes. Who made these? Me? Who the fuck made these things? Oh, this one's too graphic. I'm not going to click it because I don't want to blur it. So
Edward Penis Hands.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm going to click it. Fuck it. Okay.
Want to see what Edward Penis Hands looks like?
There you go.
That's a great costume.
Okay. So, yeah. There you go.
And just to go back to the outrage culture, also, because that stuff does just kill me.
Okay.
I saw something over the weekend that I was talking about with Kyler and like Monroe and Lindsay, and luckily as a family, we all agreed like this is so fucking stupid.
Right.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves. Just people who have, I don't know, who are just, in my opinion, just allow themselves to be so fucking sensitive that they're just angry all the time.
Right.
And it's like, that's not everybody else's fault. That's your fault.
Yeah.
You're the one who's chosen to be that fucking goddamn sensitive.
Exactly.
Because there is just nothing that like can get to me that way. Like you can make fun of literally anything in the world and you're never gonna be like, just hurt my heart.
Right.
Why? I might not like it, whatever. But there was Tom Brady, during the Super Bowl celebration.
Right.
He takes the Lombardi trophy and throws it to another boat. Who gives a fuck? It's their trophy. Worst case scenario, it sinks in the water and they just get a new fucking trophy with their millions and millions of dollars.
Or
yeah,
Scuba gets it.
Or Scuba gets it.
Just go fucking get it.
What a great thing. Yeah, go get it. Not a big deal. So it breaks. Who cares? You fix it.
Yeah, go get it.
The daughter of the guy who designed the trophy outraged. She went online, demanded an apology from. She wants to be apologized from her personally. Apologized to her father's legacy. Apologized to all silversmiths. Apologized to all fans of the NFL. And I thank God that the backlash against her was that just like shut the fuck up, Karen. Was just nothing but like shut. What are you talking about?
And I don't know who caught it.
Yeah,
but
it was Break. It was the other tight end, starting tight end, not Gronkowski.
Because that just proves my point even more. If there's anybody I trust to toss a thing, it'd be Tom Brady to his fucking tight end.
Exactly. Exactly.
And what you don't realize is I'm not like if I feel an object and I see somebody that's 15 feet away, I'm going to be able to gauge how hard I need to throw the fucking object to make it at least to the boat.
Right.
It might not have been the best idea, but just to catch it. Like it could have hurt somebody.
Sure, could have hurt somebody.
Right? But if everyone's paying attention, there's no way who am not Tom Brady, am going to fuck up that toss.
Right.
I'm going to make it 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I will never short it. I will not overthrow it.
Right.
I feel the weight, and I know how hard to throw the fucking thing 15 feet.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's not. And he threw it perfectly.
It
landed directly in his arms like a baby.
Because he's fucking Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Like, so there's that side of it.
It didn't bounce. It didn't no.
And people are
if you're throwing it to Brad, that would have been a problem.
Oh, just falls off the boat.
Bang, it just bounces off the fucking the middle of the boat and into the ocean. Oh, Tom!
There was other people, I guess. Kyler was telling me that Tom Brady, there was another he tweeted some little shot of him like walking after the celebration and he was drunk. He was fucking celebrating his 7th goddamn Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, of course. It's fucking Tom Brady.
He's Tom Brady. And there was people commenting things along the lines of, careful with that drinking, you're going to throw your career away. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you to post that?
He just posts back, too late!
Way too
All
late.
done!
Way too late. He could have became crazy drunk 10 years ago and still be in the Hall of Fame. I just don't understand that. It makes me, in my whole life, I'm like, Maybe I'm just jealous. I'm like, God, that must be nice to have so much fucking free time and so little responsibilities in the world. You have nothing better to do than just be like, hey, shouldn't have thrown the trophy.
Throw your life away. You know what it does remind me of?
You're drunk.
Like if Einstein smoked a bunch of weed, like you make yourself stupider. Like while he's working on E equals MC squared, he's like,
Right.
nah, good.
No, I'm good. No, I've already done everything I need to do.
Listen, I'm gonna prove some shit. You go back to where you're coming from. I don't know. Bye. Like, he'll be okay.
That's where the just don't comes in.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't.
If you're thinking like, I should say, "Wah, wah, wah, wah," just don't.
Just don't. Please.
Just go do something productive. Shut the fuck up.
Right. All right. Let's move on to our next thing here. This is from Dummy Ashley.
Ashley.
And it just is a super weird ad that looks like it's on Craigslist.
Okay.
So it says, I pay to enter your septic tank for an hour at a time. $150
That's a nightmare.
From Jacksonville, Alabama.
Whoa.
Some might judge me for this, but it's what I enjoy. I will pay you $150 an hour to bring my equipment in and gain access to your septic tank, and then have my associate close the tank after I have set my tripod and camera up. Believe it or not, it's a great place to reflect.
My associate? What?
Who? Casper?
Who's the septic tank
Associate?
associate? The diver.
Adjusting his badge? I am! Listen, don't talk down to me!
That's straight up Igor.
I close the septic tank for my master!
Let me go get you the equipment you need, master.
Is it big enough for you, master?
Is there enough poop down there for you, master?
Does it smell terrible enough? Have you gagged,
I have
master?
the shower ready for your post-septic dive, master.
Do you have your latex suit, master?
What a creepy
you look,
combo.
You look great. I'll see you in an hour.
Oh, you look delightful, master.
You smell even better.
Enjoy your turd soup.
I'll talk to the owners. I'll distract them for an extra 5 minutes.
I just picture that what a weird little combo. Just
I'll send my associates to make the arrangements for me to go into your septic tank and reflect.
What does that sound like in there?
something's wrong with this person.
Thick ketchup.
You know, they say like, you shouldn't judge, and I mean, even if
Well,
it's like sexual,
he
you
says
shouldn't
don't
kink
judge.
shame. He says don't judge,
Which means
I'm
he
gonna
knows he's getting
I'm gonna
judged.
judge the fuck out of you.
Okay.
If you're gonna go, if you think that a fun thing to do is just to hang out in a septic tank, you are a fucking weirdo,
Yeah, for sure.
right? I don't care. It's like I'm not gonna like try and stop you because it's not part of my life,
Right.
But I'm definitely not like if one of my friends was like, I don't think I can be friends with them. It's just too much for me. Like, even if they're a great person, but they're like on the weekends, it's not affecting you. I like to go hang out in a fucking septic tank.
Just passively bringing that up.
Because then I'm thinking, like, how fucking dirty are you that you want to hang out in someone else's shit? I don't want you fucking touching me, you
Hey, Dan.
dirty creep.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah?
What are you doing this weekend?
I'm just hang out in a septic tank.
Oh, that's cool. Me and my kids might go to like Costco or whatever. Like, wait, what? What are you doing in there?
I'm gonna reflecting someone's poop in the septic tank.
And my question is, oh wow, you by yourself? How are you gonna close the door?
I'm my associate. My associate will close the poop door.
That's my number one request. Nothing else. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. How are you gonna shut the door?
My associate will handle it. I pay my associate.
I pay him well.
I
much do you pay
just think, like, is it self-hate? You just can't, there's no way you are psychologically well-adjusted. And you're just like, no, man, I'm totally fine. I have no problem with my relationships.
I just like to
enjoy life, and I just sometimes like to swim around in a big vat of someone else's shit. What's the fucking big deal?
Big whoop.
Big whoop. Just hanging out with someone's just
Mind your business. Why?
fucking running some errands and bingo bango.
Mind your
swimming
business.
around some
why,
shit.
Why flap around in your business?
I'm not. Hey, buddy, I'm not swimming up in your shit. I'm swimming up in someone else's shit.
Mind your own shit.
Mind your own shit swimming.
Why you getting all my shit?
Look, I fucking pay my taxes.
Listen, leave the shit to me.
Listen, you don't want to deal with the shit? That's fine. That's your business. Me, I want to swim in it.
Wow, you gotta be shitting me.
The thing that that just kills me is when someone's like, "Don't judge me." Look, if you're gonna do that, I don't think some people understand the inherent nature of judgment and just like with humans. Mm-hmm. everybody judges. Some people judge people who are judgy.
Yeah.
But it's like generally what it is there's whatever your culture has decided, and it's always continually changing, but there's a spectrum of normalcy and just what most people do. And the further you get away from that, then by definition, the weirder it is. Not in a mean, bad, you're terrible way, but just by definition, it's weird in the sense that most people don't do that.
Yeah.
And when you've gone to spelunking in a fucking septic tank, you are way out on the outer edge of weird.
You are begging.
So just accept that.
You're
Just
begging for a judgment.
Just accept it like, okay, yeah, I'm going to swim and a lot of people aren't going to fucking understand.
Exactly.
And a lot of people aren't going to like it. And that's okay. But I hate that thing of like, it reminds me for some reason of the person who gets like, these aren't as popular now, but like giant mohawk and, face tattoos and everything, which I don't fucking care about. But that person who gets all those things and then is annoyed when people are staring them at the coffee shop. Well, they're staring at you because they're not used to seeing someone who looks like you. It's intriguing.
Right.
And to not accept that, it's like, well, then you just don't understand human nature. That's on you.
Yeah. Right.
What the fuck?
Before we get off to 1-star heroes,
Yeah.
I just want to hit on something that was sent in by a ton of dummies.
Okay.
Because this was it is a who the what fuck.
Yeah.
So we got to hit it.
Okay.
Man builds guitar out of his dead uncle's skeleton.
What the that is
And he
what
uses
the
it
fuck.
to play black metal. Which thank God it's that, not like folk or country or like jazz.
I mean,
Black
that's-
metal, I'm all for it.
That's a pretty sweet looking guitar.
I know, but I mean,
I feel like this guy's not I feel like I'm not going to have heard of this guy.
So anyway, the skeleton, as Prince Midnight, which is the guy who's playing it, tells Guitar World, belonged to his uncle Philip, who passed away in the 90s in Greece. He originally donated the skeleton to the local college and was medically prepared for the school, Midnight says. So after 20 years, he ended up in the cemetery my family had to pay rent on, like literally in a wooden box. It's a big problem in Greece because Orthodoxy religion doesn't want people cremated.
Okay.
So anyway, he got it taken care of and turned it into a fucking guitar. That's it. Like, I mean, I don't know what we're going to say about this outside of that it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But if you're going to die,
I guess why not?
we're going to have the same viewpoint on this. You're dead.
Right? Yeah, what do you care?
But does it play good?
Okay.
It does it sound? How does
I'm
it sound?
glad you asked, Zach.
I'm glad to be here.
Here you go.
Let's hear the acoustics on this. Oh, he's playing his hands in the rib cage.
Okay, so
It does kind of
Not
weird
really.
It does kind of weird me out.
but the way that it sounds, that is his fault. I know enough about audio engineering to know that thing is fucked.
You can't blame that on the
You
ribs.
can't blame that on the fucking guy.
Maybe-
That's just the wrong fucking tone.
Maybe that's the real reason he did it. Is he's just not great at guitar.
I guarantee it. He's looking for a fucking thing to make people go like his band. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. And Uncle fucking unwillingly is promoting the band. What if he just fucking hated him? He's like, never going anywhere with your life, Midnight.
Right.
You'll never be what I was.
I'll show you. I'll play on your spine.
Uncle bitch tits.
I'll fucking use your spine for my guitar neck.
It's just the worst tone. God, that makes me mad. Just so many tools to make a fucking better tone. Anyone out there playing music right now, you hear that tone, you feel my pain. You're like, fix it. You have all the options. Just fucking fix it.
I don't even know what to say about this guy.
Either do I. That was it. Quick hit.
My brain froze.
Me too. I want to hear about some 1-star heroes.
Okay. It'll be fun.
Let's do it.
I get no respect in real life. Always am upset, so I let them know I hate them on the internet. Yeah.
Hi, Dan.
Hello.
You do it.
Today, we are checking out the Dalen Natural Enemy Scarecrow Great Horned Owl. Chemical-free pest control, safe and humane.
Okay.
Protect gardens, fruits, and vegetables from birds and other pests.
Uh-huh.
It has almost 6,500 ratings on Amazon. It's 16 inches tall, 4 stars overall, and it's only $18.99.
A fucking bargain.
It's $18.99
For a plastic owl.
For a plastic owl that is 7 by 7 by 15 and 3/4 inches. And it's 11 ounces. All right, it's a pretty simple product. It's just a fucking owl. It's a
Okay.
plastic owl.
I don't like that. They lied, though. It's not 16 inches.
I know that. They
That is
rounded up.
weird.
They rounded up
You can't.
by 1/4 of an inch.
Well, then round it up down there in the dimension list.
Yeah. Well, but then they're lying because now they're putting the real dimensions. So okay, they gave themselves 1/4 of an inch.
Okay, fine.
Right.
Okay. I'm back on. That just seemed weird to me.
So here's some pictures. This guy. Wow.
Look
wait,
at it.
I'm not good at this.
You're killing it.
There we go.
Okay.
Look at his little owl head.
It does look spooky. Mm-hmm. Like,
Okay,
I mean,
so it's kind of spooky.
And the main goal is to just chase shit off, right? Like, don't let things land there.
Right, exactly.
Things like little rodents, they'd be like,
That's a big fucking
Right.
owl.
Right.
That's a spooky little guy.
Right.
look at that guy. Look at his head. His head is like, whoa. And they get out of there.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So he works, I'm guessing, depending on where you're located, if the little mice and stuff in that area are used to owls being around, maybe they're more scared of this thing. Some places apparently don't have big owl populations, and the birds and the rodents just don't give a fuck about this thing.
It's like the scientific testing station in Antarctica is like, owl shit. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't do anything.
Now, I'm going to do a rare. This first one we're going to look at, this review, is actually a 5-star. It's one of my favorites, though, because of how nitpicky it is about, like, the kind of person that takes this much time to think about less than $20 items years after they've purchased them is insane to me.
All right.
5 stars by Hachi Roku. Very good fix to keep the masses of bird poopers off your porch. Eyes fade after a few years. So check this out.
Okay.
I've had this now, 2016, for 3 years. This is a great cheap fix to keep the huge gangs of dirty bird pooping machines away from your deck. When most little birds see this, they fly right away. Some birds will hang around for a short time, but you can tell they are nervous. Can you?
Hey,
Are you nervous?
what are you doing?
You look
What are you
nervous.
doing? Look at those guys, dude. Just like they're like, what does that look like? Look,
Like a nervous bird?
hopping,
Right.
Couple hops, like, one hop back.
The amount of bird poop on my porch wall is now considerably less. I've had this for several years, and the body paint looks exactly the same. The eyes, unfortunately, have faded a bit. See pic. Unfortunately, for my condo on the 18th floor, it only really works for a 10-foot length in front of the owl. Not all birds can see this on the backside and will sometimes stand close to its back. The depth of analysis for this $18.99 product. I have now bought a second one, and I have placed them with their backs facing each other. They cover a large area. For me, the birds come in seasons as they migrate north or south. Okay, now we're getting a fucking bird lesson in this review. There can be as much as 100 birds on my deck at any one time without my owl friend. I filled mine with a bunch of coins and tied it down with shoelaces. Well, okay.
Sick.
Okay, good tip on
Nice
that.
job, bro.
Fucking owl.
Hell yeah.
But then check this out. The 3-year update. This person has way too much free time. 3-year update. I added a second owl since I liked the first so much. Now it's obvious how much the eyes have faded. The pic I took was after I tried to clean the old faded eyes. Next to the new one, there was a clear difference. The left eye is worse since it faces the sun more. Jesus Christ.
No shit.
If yours is in the shade, it may look better over the years. Yeah, that's how the sun works. It still works, but I think the effectiveness has decreased a little. The paint actually looks changed very little over 3 years, okay? The price is $5 more than 3 years ago, and it's the same piece of painted plastic. I still give it 5 stars, but if the price keeps going up, I might have to lower the rating to 4 stars, since it would not be worth the money as much. How much fucking time do you have in your life where you were keeping track in your brain of like, oh, I haven't updated that Amazon review for the $18.99 owl I bought 3 fucking years ago.
I just picture at the window, just her tea in the morning. Goes,
Right? This person has all the time in the world.
Dear log, eyes are a little bit faded. It's been 2.5 years, and I'm not impressed.
I may have to drop it to 4 stars.
I think instead of what she didn't want. Like she didn't want the $18 plastic owl. She wanted the $3,000 robotic one.
Right?
It's like to do a better job.
What?
When they approach it at the back, they're not scared. It's like, yeah, get the robot one then.
Yeah, what do you
Like, it's because it's inanimate and they're gonna find it like not as scary from the back.
look at these pictures?
Okay.
Right? Brand new.
Oh yeah.
3 years old. It's not even that bad. It's like, yeah, their eyes are faded, but this is so weird to like. This is almost as bad as like you bought a piece of gum. Yeah, 4 years ago. And you chewed it a little bit and then you put it back in the wrapper. And then each year you take it out, you chew a little bit more, and then you go back to your notes, you compare the chewiness and you revise your rating. I don't know, when I bought this 3-cent piece of gum 4 years ago, it was pretty fresh and chewy.
And now it costs 50 cents.
Now to get a new one is a little bit more. Somebody mentioned inflation. I don't know what that means. Anyway.
It sounds dumb.
Sounds dumb. Okay, so I thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah, me too.
Now, this is a 3-star, but I just thought it was funny. And then we'll get to the 1 stars. Spiteful Birds by Joe K. They say a picture tells 1,000 words. This owl worked for 1 week. The mud sparrows must be a spiteful bunch. They built their nest on the owl's head. I just love how they disrespected his owl to keep them away and just built the nest right on its fucking head.
Should have got the robot
Should
one.
have got the robot one. Should have went for more than $18.99.
It does remind me because that owl, I have seen it in a lot of places.
Oh, yeah,
and
it's a
one
common
of them,
one.
and one of them is down the street here, which I did have a good laugh on it.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah.
like over the years.
Yeah.
it's in an old.
You said on 15th, that old church,
yeah, on
right?
15th, like, there's a bell area.
Okay.
But the bell's not there anymore, and they just put owls in there.
Oh, yeah, to try and keep the
owls
birds out.
Are just covered in bird shit. There's birds in there all the time.
Because eventually they're like, this thing doesn't move. Fuck that owl.
Holy shit! Last time we flew south, this thing was here.
right.
What are you doing?
What's the same thing doing
I
here?
mean, after 5 years, like I'm gonna shit on it.
Yep.
Right? It's like, this thing's not doing anything.
This is much like you just described. Patchy Khan, 1 star, truly terrifying, said no one ever, and then I just love this picture. Look at all these fucking pigeons hanging out right in front of this owl. And then more birds and the sparrows in the bird feeder, all just the owl is watching all these birds that could care less about it.
Some sort of weird voyeur porn.
Right.
Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Who's the bad pigeon? Who can play the didgeridoo in my butthole?
This one's Frat Boy. Is weird title of the
Speaking of
review.
introduce my butthole.
Caleb, 1 star. This is just a weird review, I thought. 1 star Frat Boy says, this little guy clearly lacked a brain. Made more friends than enemies as evidenced by the amount of feather mousse deposited onto his head. I don't know. Maybe he's into that kind of thing, but definitely didn't work due to the amount of sparrows setting up their Playbird mansion above our front door. We are out of warranty now. What are you even talking about warranty? It's $18.99. So not quite sure what we will do. I don't know. Maybe just fucking throw it away and move on with your life.
Try another option.
Probably buy some Axe body spray or put some Axe body spray on him and a small amount of chest hair so the sparrows will now stick around and have Uncle Al watch over them. There's just like a lot of energy wrapped up in this tiny plastic owl.
This is homie trying how to stand up. Like a stand-up bit.
You need to that's a bad rough draft. You need to throw away that premise.
I'm funny.
I'm funny. I'm funny on Amazon.
Right.
When I review products I don't like.
The thing about it is an owl on your chest hair. It's like,
Come on.
come on. What's not funny about an owl with chest hair? What? Okay. I'll work it.
I'll work it. This person is overly emotional. This person, 1 star, Wesley W. Kwok, Baby Bird Killer is the subject title.
Eek.
It all started when my roommate knocked into our curtains for the patio. What? And a few leaves started to fall. Well, the very next morning we went and looked up into the curtains, and right above the curtain rod, there was a little nest in there. So we went and got some brooms and started poking at the nest to try and break it up. Unbeknownst to us, little baby birds started to fall. We were on one side of the curtains while they fell on the other side. It was my roommate's birthday. 2, we felt so bad that was not our intent. It was actually the very opposite. Hence, that is why I wanted this owl, to prevent the birds from building their nest on our patio and poop all over the curtains. The owl looks good and made of plastic. It's built pretty sturdy, but the plug at the bottom could use a little reinforcement. I filled it with some dirt in the dark of night, planted it squarely on a stump in my yard. I go to work, and when I come back, I go and check. To my surprise, 2 birds darted out of the curtains as soon as I opened my screen door. Now I have to knock down their little nest daily so that they don't start laying eggs in them. We do not want it on our conscience. Please, little birds, if you are reading this, stop building your nest in my patio. This person needs a counselor.
They need more than that. They need a padded
Life
room.
coach.
Yeah.
They
They need a jacket.
need a jacket.
Real tight.
I just love that you're projecting this guilt for killing baby birds onto a fucking $18.99 plastic owl. Like, what in the fuck is going on in your head?
But it is a common theme. It doesn't weigh enough. The first
Right.
one had to fill it up with what pennies?
The pennies. Yeah.
Pennies.
It's hollow. Yeah, you gotta. All right, put some weight in it.
Fill it up with dead birds.
Fill it up with dead birds. That'll creep out some birds.
Right.
An owl
little
that
stinky.
smells like rotting dead birds.
A little stinky.
Ooh.
Little stinky the owl.
Now, I don't know why this guy bought the owl based on his review. J Mew, 1 star, can't fool bird's eye, ... As you know, bird probably got the sharpest eyes of all animals.
Sure do.
It can see a tiny little bug hidden among blades of grass from a rooftop. The plastic owls look nowhere near a real owl's. It lacks feather and other features. It can only fool some of the birds, but not all the birds. It did not work for the birds I got in my backyard. Then why the fuck did you... If you know so much about these goddamn birds and how well they can decipher real from fake, Why would you buy a fake owl in the first place? J. Mew? Okay, we'll burn through these last ones.
Okay.
These are just a series of pictures that crack me up. Check out the pigeon sitting on top of the owl. Jason, 1 star. I have a bit of a problem with pigeons landing on my roof. I figured since owls are a natural predator here in my area, that this product would be effective. I ordered 3 of them since $10 each. See, it used to be only $10 each. Right. It was a sale. Seemed like a good value. I placed them strategically on my roof on a Saturday morning. By Sunday morning, guess what was chilling all around the owls?
Birds!
You guessed it, hordes of pigeons. They didn't work at all. As you can see, there's a pigeon literally sitting on top of the owl, shaking my head. I do love the pigeon's like, fuck your owl.
You tried.
You fucking tried, bro.
Sick owl, bro.
Come on, sick owl, bro.
You should have got the robot one. This shit ain't scary.
You got the cheap owl. I don't give a fuck about this owl.
Your discount owl is not scary at all.
Here's another good pick. Ryan Yamane doesn't work. 1 star. Well, it clearly doesn't work. LOL. The squirrels knocked it off my balcony within hours. Back to the drawing board. I love that the squirrels literally attacked this thing. Knocked it off of the balcony. The squirrel's like, fuck this owl.
It just ruined his path.
Right.
He's like,
get this owl out of here.
You plastic dumb bitch.
I'm a squirrel. Come on, I'm not an idiot.
Squirrel.
Another one does not work. As you can see from the photo, this owl is useless. Don't waste your money. Another one, they built a nest.
Over its head.
Over its head.
Covered its fading eyes.
Covered its fading eyes with a nest. And then the last one.
It's a great spot for a little nest.
I just love the way they wrote this. Abelardo Berdier wrote, not worth it. 1 star. The pigeons in my neighborhood are savages. They give 0 fucks about this product. Could work for others, but unfortunately, it didn't work for me. And then check out this. I'm going to go back to the first picture.
Okay.
It looks like that pigeon's fucking the owl.
Well,
They knocked the owl down.
But did they?
Or he said it that way.
I know, but if that's on him.
Right.
What fucking owl's laying down?
This owl's laying down.
Like he's a little tired.
And there's 2 pigeons on his back.
He's like, yeah, that's your fault. You made it look like a fucking tree log.
Right.
It's a plastic log. Of course the pigeons are going to fuck on it.
And then this other picture, I love that they're like,
are you
my
looking at?
best friend. Just like what's that Toy
You got
Story?
a friend
You
in
got
me.
a friend in me.
You got a friend in me.
Just a pigeon and an owl hanging out on the patio together.
I can't remember who sang that.
Randy Newman.
Like the way he sings.
Oh, Randy Newman.
Yeah.
You got a friend in me.
Will Sasso.
Yeah.
Does like the best impression. Oh my god.
That's the same guy who sings "I Love L.A." Dun, 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 dun. We love it.
Yeah. Do you remember from Mad TV? Right? Isn't that?
Oh yeah, Will Sasso. Yeah, he's hilarious.
He has like some of the funniest fucking.
He was killing on Vine for a long time.
Vine. He was so good.
Yeah,
but
he's
anyway,
very
that just
funny
reminded me of that because he does that. You got a friend. He always does like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the shower.
You got a friend in me.
He's so good.
So that's it for the 1 stars.
Okay, dude, that was great. I love that. That was a good twist.
A lot of anger over cheap plastic owls.
We should get one.
We should kill one.
I mean, if we put it in here,
We can keep all the birds out of our studio.
100%.
I mean, I haven't seen a
effective.
bird in here yet,
Right.
but
We leave a 5-star review. But we put the owl in our studio.
Right.
Never had a bird problem and haven't since.
I have one in my bathroom, no bird problem. I have one in my basement, no bird problem. I have one in my back seat in my truck. Not had a bird problem in my truck since I put that plastic owl in there.
Given I didn't have one before, but I haven't had one since.
I love it.
All right, let's look at some happy stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Go, Zach.
Sliver of hope.
This was sent in by Dummy John.
John.
And it is a good story.
Okay.
An Iowa boy is selling baseball bats he makes from fallen trees to raise money for storm victims.
Who are these kids?
Yeah, basically, just taking advantage of a bad situation and turning into something good. So after a powerful windstorm struck Iowa back in August, the city of Mount Vernon was left covered in fallen trees and other debris. That's when 12-year-old Tommy Romberg stepped up to the plate. God, I love little
Tommy.
I love news puns. I guess make me so happy. Using fallen branches, Tommy designed and carved more than 200 baseball bats, which he sold to raise money for victims of the widespread windstorm known as Derico. For each bat he sold for $100, he donated $20 to the Greater Cedar Rapids Community Foundation Disaster Relief Fund. Tommy came up with the idea on the day of the storm, which happened to be his best friend's birthday. Knowing Walker Vestman's love for baseball and surrounded by fallen trees for the storm, Tommy decided to gift his friend with a hand-carved bat.
That's
anyway,
awesome.
he went on to make these. At the time that we're recording this article, He raised like $5,000 so far.
Wow.
But then businesses have liked his project.
Yeah.
And have matched it. He's raised over $13,000.
Oh my God.
Just by, carving bats out of fallen trees.
And he used his grandfather's whittling tools and sandpaper.
Yep.
That's a hard way to make a bat.
Yeah. So he's laying them down in the driveway and just grinding them out.
Man, look at that.
He doesn't have like a magical bat maker.
That's what I
These
wondered.
are handmade things. Yeah.
At first, I assumed that his dad had some huge shop, and he had some special. I don't even know what kind of tool you would have, like cabinet makers kind of equipment or something.
Like the perfect, like the
planer,
the shape. Yeah, I mean they're just like they're grooved. Like you run, like it'll spin the wood.
Yeah,
and then it'll automatically run. The cutter, the knife.
Yeah, I'm picturing something you'd use to make like
the blade,
table legs.
Exactly,
or something.
exactly.
Yeah,
and just carve out a bat.
But he's not doing. He's whittling these fuckers.
Right. 12 years old. And he said that people, were walking up. He still had blisters on his hands, and people were walking up like, "I'll buy a bat."
Yeah.
And he's kept doing it and working hard and raising money. So that's great. Good for him.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. So thanks again to Dummy John for sending that in. Just a reminder that you can turn shit into fun, or shit into fun if you're the guy that goes in the septic tanks.
Exactly. True.
That's a good time. Let's find some weird shit. You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Zach, do the thing.
The internet has all sorts of neat things. Anything you want can be yours. Let's take a peek together as a couple. To you from internet.
This was sent in by Dummy Tana.
Tana?
It is a kitty carpet, reusable downstairs toupee. A funny gag gift for women. So it's just a little heart-shaped kitty carpet.
Oh, what do they call that?
Merkin?
Merkin, thank you. Nice. Good job.
I mean, it's in the fucking description.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
Look at that, dude.
Merkin.
How funny would that be?
Kitty carpet, reusable
They have,
downstairs.
like the
Merkin.
different versions. Like the Christmas tree, you've got St. Patrick's Day, and then you've just got like black, pink, and white.
Does that turn anybody on? I mean, I guess it probably does.
Sure.
Oh, man. It's like...
You like a hairy beaver? You like clean?
I like them both.
Okay.
I like
Noted.
You know what? I like if it's hair. I do prefer it trimmed. I don't. My favorite preference is not like in the wild.
Rogue. Like it looks like a fucking satchel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
because
I trim myself as well. I just feel like it can get a little crazy down there. I manscape. I manscape down, and I do prefer like if it's just all natural. I mean, I guess if the girl had like a bohemian vibe overall, it could work. That's just like part of that 70s kind of aesthetic. But it's not my favorite.
You could like keep stuff in like a pencil, like in the pubes, like you just kind of hold it for I don't know, like a grading, like a report card.
That would be kind of fun if you just like just had like little beads and stuff in it.
What is wrong with me?
like trinkets. Like I'm picturing like Captain Jack Sparrow. You know how like the pirate like has like stuff in his hair. It's like that in pubes. Yep. You just have like little shiny pieces of metal and jewels and stuff all woven into it.
I just picture like you had some stuff that you had to keep in front of you at that moment. Like it was like gum you want to save, like your car keys. And you just like tuck them into the Amazonian pubes.
Right.
Pat them in. Okay, see you later.
You're panicking. You're leaving someplace like patting your pockets. Fuck, where did I leave my
there they
keys? Oh, wait, they're in your pubes. Do you mind getting my keys out of your pubes?
Right.
Where did I set my coffee? Is it in your pubes?
Right.
Do you mind handing me my coffee? I think I left it in your pubes.
Your wallet. Like just shit.
Oh my God, I can't find my bicycle. I know. Oh, it is in your pubes.
Right. I remember magical. That now. That's crazy. And this next piece to you from internet was sent in by Dummy David. And it is just stupid, silly fun.
Okay.
There's a Twitter account out there that says, "Is today Ted Danson's birthday?" And then every day it just tells you that it's not his birthday. But if you do go down to what I happen to know is his birthday, which is December 29th.
They change it slightly.
Just barely. Just takes away the word not. Today is Ted Danson's birthday. So every day, today is not Ted Danson's birthday. And then on December 29th, every year, you'll get the tweet that says today is Ted Danson's birthday.
I love.
And it got loved 261,000 times and shared 25,000 times.
And then the very next one is shared 194 times where it's not his birthday again.
Well, that's what happens on birthdays. You got to be a special boy.
I just love that somebody every single day is like, nah, I gotta. Or I guess they could schedule them out.
Sure, I'm sure it's a robot, but it's still fucking funny.
Yeah.
It still kills me. That was
good
it
for them.
For you from internet.
I like it.
Want to hear from some of our dummies?
I do.
Do you want me to yell at Zach?
Yeah.
Zach! Do it!
It's junk mail.
Did you know, just really quick, just get this out of my head.
Yeah.
Reminded me of the Ted Danson Twitter account. That I don't know if it's still around, but there was a number, like an 800 number you used to be able to call to play Hall & Oates songs.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Hall & Oates hotline.
Yes.
And if you're like feeling down and you just need a little Hall & Oates, you just call it, and then you could, you
could pick Maneater. I remember that.
It was like 9 options, I think, and then you just got to listen to a little Hall & Oates.
What was the name of that? Zach, if you find it, just chime in after I'm done reading this fucking letter.
The Venetian Casino in Las Vegas. Oh, wait, that was earlier. Sorry, my bad.
The Venetian.
God, that's what it is.
That's where they have the lazy river type thing.
The first piece of junk mail coming in from dummy Audrey. She writes, ever since listening to the podcast about the glow sticks, I have been wanting to share.
Oh, yeah.
So quite a few years ago, my husband and I decided to drop some acid. Smart's right there, right?
I like how this is starting.
I mean, yeah, sure. We spent some time walking in the rain and enjoying it, I can imagine.
Yes.
Then once back in his apartment, where we were still dating, or just dating at the time, we got our wet clothes off and thought it'd be awesome to crack open the glow sticks and make our bodies glow. It was fun for about 5 to 10 minutes, thinking they were all non-toxic now, but these were old ones. Our skin began to burn, taking turns running under cold water in the shower. It's like a game of Ring Around the Rosie in there. So is we dumb? I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
If you weren't on acid, you might have read the package. But I feel like sober, I still would have done it. I really enjoyed remembering this. Next Friday, it has been 3 years since my husband passed. Always love remembering the fun, dumb times we spent together. Thank you for bringing laughter to my life and making me feel, well, not so dumb. Love all your podcasts. Keep up the good work. Your fellow dummy, Audrey.
Oh, thanks, Audrey.
Yeah.
Sorry about your loss, but glad that you are having, fun memories. And he sounds like a fun dude.
I totally remember we had this like a thing every year in our town. It's called the Folk Festival.
Yeah.
And you'd get those glow sticks. I think I mentioned maybe this at some point, but they'd have like the long tube ones, right?
Yeah.
You whip them around, but we just cut the ends off of them, then you whip them around and you just cover
splatters everybody?
everything, and it just glows.
And
so we'd walk around.
It didn't hurt anybody?
No, it didn't burn. Yeah, it didn't burn then. You'd walk around in the woods, and you'd whip them around, and the whole trail would glow.
Oh, so cool! That is cool.
Everyone would just kind of walk around in the woods.
What is that stuff?
Magic.
Magic.
I think it's magic. If this like biblical times,
it'd be totally magic.
I'd be like, holy shit! Of course you're.
There's so many things you.
Of course you're a god. Look at you.
If you just brought a ton of glow sticks back in time, in like time machine, you could just rule a civilization. Don't let me get the magic out of it.
Don't make them mad.
Oh, if you just had a gun and glow sticks, you fucking run anything you want.
History would be totally different.
I've had
like it said like BC, it's like before Dan. Like that was
I've had that fantasy too many times. I know this is again random, but I don't know why. I just think about going back in time when people were smaller, so I'd be bigger just as a human, and I'd want to bring just so much ammo and just some kind of assault rifle, and then just go to whoever the leaders are and just fucking blow them away.
Have a hamburger.
And then I run fucking whatever I want.
You'd have a grill, and then you'd have glow sticks and a gun.
Oh my god!
It's like a propane tank.
Like, can you imagine how fucking scared of you people would be? Because if they're bad,
what he makes is so delicious, but he's so scary.
He's so scary. If they just have swords. And ideally, you'd want to go back before arrows. So they can't. So they have to. The only thing they have is like a rock they can throw at you, maybe a spear.
And you can have like a bulletproof vest.
And a bulletproof vest. Bulletproof vest, helmets. They have spears. You have a machine gun, and you do whatever the fuck you want.
You're just in
you
riot,
run everything.
You're just in riot gear cooking hamburgers with glow sticks.
Oh my god!
You have a gun. Just like.
It's like some crazy.
Medium rare? You want medium? Okay, 1 second. You just like super peaceful.
Yeah.
Cooking them hamburgers and stuff.
Imagination is so fun.
On to our next piece of junk mail coming in from dummy Jace. Who writes, "Hey asshats, aka Hi. Fred and Barney. Just listened to the last episode talking about dumb things that dads do. Here's one of the best from my late old man. Growing up, my dad owned a wholesale flower nursery, being the jack of all trades, like a flower.
Yeah.
All trades that he was. He did pretty much everything on his own. Lots of trial and, of course, more error. But I digress. One day I was putting on the finish for this germination greenhouse, right? Germination? Germination greenhouse, in which he rigged up a, pretty ingenious system to keep his budding seeds warm during the cold winter. It was old water heater attached to the propane tank and then a pump. So after everything was attached, He turned it all on to test the system, but he couldn't get it to work correctly the first time. After a couple hours of fiddling with it, everything was fine, except for a faint smell of propane. And at this point, he was so frustrated with everything, he went underneath the connections with a lit match in his hand instead of a flashlight. I had my back turned at this point because I was putting the tools away, but I heard what sounded like a massive air burst. He was like,
oh my God.
Followed by a small shock wave. So I run over to check if he was all right, only to immediately fall on the ground laughing. The resulting flame out had completely flash burned his eyelashes, eyebrows off, and singed his mustache. He sat up and said, well, I guess I found the leak. Needless to say, he never lived that one down. Thanks for all you guys do. Not sorry for the length of this message. Thank you guys at Bad Magic for putting up the best stuff to keep us all entertained during this week. Yours and everything stupid, Jace.
Thank you, Jace.
Such a dad move.
Such a dad move. So great. Yeah, you can't live that down. You burn off your eyebrows.
I can hear it.
And your eyelids. Not your eyelids, your eyelashes.
Yeah.
That would hurt. Your eyelashes?
If he burned off his eyelids, that's not funny. If you laughed after your dad burned his fucking eyelids off,
and
you're going to hell.
How chill is your dad? He's like, guess I found the source. He has no fucking eyelids. Well, guess I don't have eyelids now. Whatever.
It's the creepiest eyes, just wide open. Well,
all the
guess
time.
I found the leak.
All the time. That's terrifying.
It's so scary. A last little quickie from Dummy Josh, who writes, good evening, Fred and Barney. Just writing in to share that my son, when he was 1.5 or so, he's now 6, would go in the fridge and take bites out of the sticks of butter stored on the door. I should point out that he's always been tall for his age. At 6 years old, he was 47.5 inches tall.
Oh,
We
wow.
had no idea. He would open the fridge to get another stick of butter out, and the stick would be missing 4 or 5 comically large bites, paper and all. And he never got sick, nor did we ever find the paper. Just wanted to share Josh Cohen.
How do you not get sick? Just
I don't know. I shared that
Taking
story
big
about
bites of butter?
I know about my sister just going and eating butter and margarine, and people
It
have
makes me
written
wanna
in
throw
about
up.
like having just mayonnaise like sandwiches, and I'm just so mad that you guys are still out there. You guys should be detained.
I just couldn't do it.
I know. I'm just.
I
Kidding,
love
by the way.
butter.
Yeah,
I love butter.
Big fan.
But just taking a bite of it, I'm pretty sure I would throw up.
Yeah, totally.
Whoa.
That's a lot. Okay, let's wrap up this show.
Okay.
Show 31. It's just fucking done.
It's oh my god.
I don't know what
so
to say.
done.
It's just fucking done.
It's so done.
I'm so done. Stupid anyway. Thanks to Zach Cohen for creating some of the custom music beds for the show. Thanks to Logan Keith pumping out the best merch in the podcast game. You can find merch for all of the podcasts that we do at badmagicmerch.com. That includes Is We Dumb? Time Suck? Scared to Death?
Yes.
And if you're a special nice person, you can get the Secret Suck stuff there, attire there as well.
So much stuff.
We get so much shit.
So much things.
Are we a podcast company?
I think
oh my
so.
Heck.
I think so.
How'd this happen? Zach Flannery, what are you doing?
I'm having the funs.
Good.
I bet.
I want to cuddle.
Okay. Producing and directing, call the cops. Damn, you call the cops, Zach.
I'm gonna.
He's so big.
Cuddle, kisses.
He's so big. I walk out there, I wouldn't have a chance. If you wanted to cuddle, I'd be like,
he's a big guy.
I'd be like, okay.
I'm bigger than I was. Sorry. This whole episode, I'm just so mad at myself.
What'd you do?
I was eating really well. I was working out regularly. And
You
then
look great.
And then I went nuts yesterday. We had this king cake.
Oh no!
And I had so many fucking slices.
It had the baby in it and everything too.
I had the baby in it. So much frosting. So many slices. I had breakfast pizza, which is something no one should have.
You just make that up.
Now it's like my Lindsay's dad got this breakfast pizza for us, and then now I'm
He's
just like
out to get
everything I worked for the last 4 weeks is gone.
I think you're looking pretty good. I'm proud of you.
I hate myself.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Don't be sad. Just be
Okay.
Just don't.
Okay, just don't.
Just don't.
You know what? You're right.
Do you want to get rid of that?
Kind of.
Get rid of the belly?
Yeah.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't have it.
Okay, I won't. You know what? That's good. That's a good workout. I should be some trainers. Oh my god! Just somebody all the Are you sick of your belly? You don't like the way you look? Well, just don't. And then you're waiting for the next information. Oh, okay. I mean, come on.
What do I do though? No, it's
Just
not about what you
don't.
do.
It's about what you don't do, bro.
Right.
And you're like, no, but please, give me some exercise. Just don't. Just don't do it.
Right.
You're not helping at all.
Instagram and Facebook. You can find us at Is We Dumb. We got the private Facebook group, Is We Dummies. That is DUMMIES. Don't be fooled by the imposters. There's some groups out there. Don't go for
those fake groups. Just don't.
No, just don't. Online at Is We Dumb. Again, those threads are available at badmagicmerch.com. Our YouTube channel, Bad Magic Productions. Segment content, send that to dumb@iswedumb.com. Any questions you have for us, info@iswedumb.com. I am so 100% sure you're going to laugh at this dad joke.
I know there's a lot of hype. about
Dude,
this
it is so good.
Dad joke before the show.
It killed me.
Okay.
I'm dead.
I got $5 on it.
Okay.
Okay.
He's a bet.
Zach's into it.
Zach,
Apparently-
you roll
apparently
the,
I'm gonna love this.
You roll the fucking thing.
You guys are ruining me.
Hey, you want to hear a joke?
Wow, neat dad joke.
This sent in by Dummy Sudik.
Sudik, okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What did the monk say when the bouncer tried to get him to leave the bar?
What did the monk say when the bouncer tried to get him to leave the bar? I don't know.
Namaste. Namaste.
Okay.
I win $5.
Namaste. All right. Okay. All right. It's clever. Namaste. That took me a second.
That's you. That's you in
That's
the
on me.
bar. No. That's you in the bar.
Namaste.
Like if you're like someone's like you're too drunk. Like,
Yeah.
I could picture you saying like a exact line like namaste.
Namaste.
What you do about it, dude? Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm comfortable. Bye guys. See
Bye.
You. See you next week.